It offline.
You let me know as soon as we're live.
We should be live right about now. So we're live now.
Sounds good. There we go.
Yeah, it takes people a few seconds to float into the stream, so
No, this is awesome.
it is pretty awesome. The one thing you could do is mute the audio of YouTube on your end.
My computer. Yeah, I'll mute my computer. There we go. Perfect. Oh, nice. There's already people floating, and this is great.
Yeah,
I told you there'd be quite a few people, I think, come in for the community.
Oh, I think so, man. This is a
This
big
is exciting.
Stream. This is not like a small stream that we're having here. We've got once again, guys, if you don't know, of course, this is Greg from the Cashroom. He was nice enough to take some time to come over to ECashsociety. He does have a YouTube channel. He just monetized his website. He's got his monetized website, as well as well, I mean, you have a lot going on, man. So you have quite a bit going on.
Yeah, it's very true. I got a lot of technology showing up. I got the website. I got 2 offer walls now up. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so Offer Turo, you have Engage Me TV on your website. You're in the process of getting the referral system set up. I guess you could tell everybody what the referral system is about to be like.
The referral system is going to be, so if you refer someone, it's going to be a 5% referral of your referrals earnings for life. So whatever that or your referral earns for life, you get 5%, and it's as many people as you can refer. I don't care how many. So if you invite 1,000 people, you're going to get 1,000 people's percentage for life.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
and it will be up and going by November 10th.
November the 10th. So you could imagine
that's correct.
5% is not bad. If you could imagine if somebody even earns $10 and you get 5% of that, but then you have 50 people, let's just say, that you've referred at 5% of $10, and you do the math on that, it stacks up pretty fast. But
it can add up real quick, and like I said, I'm going to add a few other features to the website as well to try and make it so that people can earn a lot easier too, like just for checking in and stuff like that as well.
Right. So Engage Me TV, that's one of the things that we're going to talk about here in a minute, is the fact that Engage Me TV, phone farming profits, everything has dipped down so low. But we want to kind of focus on the first 30 minutes here, talking about the Cashroom, what's going on with the Cashroom, pretty much the future, everything that you have planned out. And I guess I really want to hear about the tech that you picked up. That's something that a lot of people will find interesting.
So I just picked up a brand new gaming PC. It's going to be here later on this afternoon. It's got the 580 Red Devil in it. It's got the Ryzen in it. It's got, I believe, a terabyte hard drive and 16 gig of RAM. And it's just an absolute beast. I got the 27-inch flat screen monitor I just picked up yesterday. And I got the Razer Black Widow keyboard. I also picked up a 3D Ender 3D printer. So with the filament, so I'm really excited to do that as well, so that we can kind of feed off of one another and feed each other ideas about what to print off with those as well. I'm really excited. And I also got some GPUs, 1060 and another power supply coming, and then possibly some more stuff coming.
So you said something about you might branch back into mining cryptocurrencies, and do you think that that's going to be a reality sometime here in the distant future, or will it be a while?
Oh, I'm definitely... No, it will definitely be in the near future, to be honest with you. I definitely will be branching back into it for sure. I love cryptocurrency. I think it's the wave of the future. I believe that the top coins will definitely take over as a form of payment, and it will have to be accepted. There's no way that it can be fought forever.
Yep, that's exactly how I feel. I think that I need to hold on to everything that I'm mining right now. I feel like we're probably headed for that 20K Bitcoin. There's been some news about a possible surge in the price of Bitcoin here pretty soon, so that's something I'm actually...
I believe so as well.
Yeah, so
you should see a big jump usually right around November, I believe, is when you'll see a jump in Bitcoin, or possibly out as far as April.
I think somewhere around December we'll be looking at like a 10K Bitcoin, and then towards mid next year is when we're going to see like a 20K Bitcoin again. That's just...
I believe that as well.
me speculating though, but that's what I'm crossing my fingers for because I've got so much money that's kind of tied up into cryptocurrencies right now. So, um,
I believe that as well. And I've also come up with an idea. Well, it's not my idea. I've snagged it from my buddy. He came up with the idea. You can essentially put three 1080s on one 750 watt power supply. I was telling you about this there, and you can run three 1080s on there, and you can earn very decent and on one motherboard, and it's in a 750 watt power supply costs next to nothing.
yeah, just stack them as much as you possibly can. So. But that's, I mean, that's
Exactly.
kind of similar to what I do here. I really don't want to get into this whole world of building rig after rig after rig and having the frames and taking up space. If I can build a few desktops, you know, maybe the ideal goal would be like 4 or 5 desktops and toss some decent graphics cards into it, make some money out of that scenario, and just not go off on the deep end, not knowing what's coming in the future for cryptocurrency.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm not going to build 20 card rigs like I did in the past. Yeah, I want to slowly go and use the profits to solely buy these cards, not anything out of my own pocket.
Man, I wish you had like a photo laying around of the setup that you had, because how many graphics cards did you have going all at once at like the peak of everything before like
23.
23 cards. That's
23
good,
in my house. It was quite a bit. I was earning, even on my low days, I was earning somewhere around 35 USD, even when Bitcoin was at the absolute worst.
Yeah, so $35, and that was at its lowest.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So.
And then a lot of people aren't too aware of it. So, like, if you can get away from a one-click miner into a direct pool mining, you can actually earn somewhere around 10 to 20% higher.
10 to 20%. Yep. So I thought about diving into that world and getting once again direct pool mining like you're talking about, and I just like the hassle in comparison to how many cards that I have.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like the hassle aspect, and it's not as complicated. I know that it's not as complicated as what people would think. It's following a list of steps to be able to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. But
it's still, you gotta sell the coins off and stuff like that. It's a hassle.
That as well.
But if you believe in what I believe, that Zen is what and Zen and Zcash is what I'll direct mine, and I believe that the target of those are going to greatly increase over the course of the next while as well. That's why I do it, and then I try to hold some of them.
All right, so as far as your website, what are your next offer walls that you want to get going onto your website? Like you said you have Offer Twirl for Video Lab. I do want to get to some comments here in a second. Someone mentioned ECashsociety.com, how it's having some issues right now, and we're definitely going to address that. But what would you say would be the next steps as far as offer walls? Will you focus on survey opportunities for your website, and kind of just in that area, where would you go?
So my next thing that I'm going to attempt is I'm going to apply to HyperMX. While I'm waiting in the meantime, I'm going to make an attempt to reach out to some of these companies to get some of the best survey companies on board. I've noticed on some of the other Get Paid To websites that they have some surveys where you can go back to back to back in surveys. I'm going to try to contact the same survey providers as what they have and see if I can maybe branch out and reach and get them on my website as well.
So you said your surveys was one of those opportunities that is really
decent
for paying surveys. We'll get that out in the stream right here. So your surveys is one. What would you say would be your next recommendation for like the survey section?
There's a bunch of different ones, to be honest with you, Theron. There's a few right off the top of my head. There's one in Swagbucks, Peanut Labs, that I really like, because you can, even if you don't complete the survey, you still get rewarded something, and that's what I want to emphasize. I don't want people getting absolutely nothing. I want to make sure that people get at least rewarded 3 cents, 2 cents, something, so that it's not wasted time for nothing.
Yep. So I was definitely right about this. It's turning into a fantastic stream. So it's very useful information. So let's check out some of these comments though, and then we'll ask if anybody has any questions for you specifically. We'll definitely turn over the floor to you to answer people's questions as well. But seeing right here, we have someone was mentioning Video Bull has not been working on eCash for as well as Engage Me TV. And I really want to address this topic very quickly here. everything is in a slump. I titled this video a specific way. There's another phone farmer. He's called Money Farm Tech here on YouTube. He did a video today talking about the profitability of the perk applications. Perk applications have been seeing black screens, so you've got the black screen of death is going on. Engage Me TV is at its lowest slump that I've ever seen Engage Me TV. In fact, we can actually take a look. I'm actually going to pull this up for 2 seconds because I really want everybody to know here that what I'm saying really is legitimate. Let's check out the profits for Engage Me TV, and I'm actually going to take the overlay off for like 2 seconds because this is important. I really feel like it is to everybody overall. So pulling down this overlay, we can see that AdSense Media, as far as my profits for AdSense Media, right now within the first 2 days of this month, I've only seen $10 in earnings. And this is a testimony to how bad it is right now. There's a massive dive that's happened here. We're actually going to showcase this. I want to get this over on the left side of the screen really quickly. But right there, you can see that massive dive. Make sure that it's in video here. So this is for October the 2nd. But And now coming back over to the stream, this is going to change. We're headed towards the holidays, and I think you, Greg, you really know this. It is going to change.
Halloween's coming up. There's also Remembrance Day for veterans. There's also Christmas time is coming up. You're going to see a lot of advertisement coming out.
Yep. So they had this, I think this is what I believe overall, guys. I think it's a quarterly scenario. So you've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I think it goes in like a quarterly based scenario. And right now we're at the kind of like we're transitioning into this next quarter. So at the end of these quarters, I think the profits go down, as well as at the end of each month, I think. And this is what I've seen, the trend that I've seen with AdSense Media. And Greg, you'll start to see this over time on your website as well. The profits just go down, and then they go back up. So, like,
the other thing you'll notice too, Theron, is that around big sporting events and such like that is when a lot of ads will come out. The Super Bowl, the World Series, UFC pay-per-view, stuff like that. There's a lot of ads that will come out at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, so and I've noticed that as well. If it seems like anything that's going on as far as like the media, just like you're saying, events that are going on, anything that where people are very active, and I think that's part of these ads.
Exactly.
Advertisers are trying to push the ads as much as they possibly can, and they know at certain times when people are going to be spending money. That's the big thing. When are people going to be spending money, and when should we be pushing our advertisements? So
exactly.
Yeah, let's check out some of these comments though.
I saw somebody mention a 1070 Ti. Absolutely the best card that you can pick up. They're the most energy efficient cards that you can get.
There you go. So I mainly have 1060s. I do have the 1080. Let's see, the 1080 Ti that's over here in my Titan XPs. So I guess if I was going to purchase the equipment for an actual rig, that would be the route to go. Maybe 10. But I don't know. You've got these new graphics cards that launched, so.
That's true. But they're overpriced, and you know that. They're going to come down in price. They're way overpriced. They're 1,600 Canadian right now for us. Right. And, I mean, and if you wait three months, they're going to come down and be $1,000.
Yep, so I saw something online about the hash rates with the 2080 Ti, and it was talking about for that card, it was around $1 a day for that card. So that should tell you something. I got one of my bots just pulled up a freaking window here. Got some botting.
That other card isn't too bad either. That Zotac 1080, it only uses about 108 or 160 watts. I mean, you can't get better than that for what it's earning.
Right, and you were saying that it's very energy efficient for that specific card, which is why you invested in that specific card. So I dive so much into this world of, and this is just me being very honest, brutally honest. I dive so much into this world of advertising and these get paid to websites because I feel like, and applications as well, because I feel like there's so much money that's there. Whereas like you could invest into a scenario like this and make more than what you would with mining cryptocurrencies. It'd be less of an investment. So,
I see
But
some more questions coming in if you want to take them, Theron.
yeah, sure. All right, so we have Perk TV has been dry as for me. Been only using Vigil and word search, making $4 to $5 a day. Up above, we have I got Perk Payment Sigma. That was an answer to someone else. Majority of my farm are having to use the Perk TV app. I thought a lot of people were having issues with Perk TV and Perk TV Live with the black screen of death. But let's see, we have Gauge Me TV. Accent Media started putting continue watching for capture. Keeps coming up. That's exactly what we're talking about specifically. So the captures have been popping up left and right on Engage Me TV, and I've noticed that happen before, but never on this kind of scale. I really should stress that I've never seen it happen on this kind of scale, that you have the captures that pop up. But here's one thing to really stress. Once again, down below in the description is the link to the CashroomRewards.com, and if you're using Engage Me TV, sometimes switching from one site to another site, checking out a new site that's a brand new site, you may not even have that CAPTCHA experience. And I believe that you said specifically, Greg, that somebody had been using the site and has not even seen a CAPTCHA.
A buddy of mine yesterday, he told me that he ran the site all day and he only saw the CAPTCHA one time. So just switching from one site to the other could make the world of difference. I believe what's happening is that you're seeing when it struggles to come out with ads, it will constantly pump that "Are you still watching" screen because it doesn't have the ad to provide to you. So then it just wants to basically stall is what I believe is happening.
I would like to think about it like this as well. If you have a brand new website, and of course AdSense Media as a platform wants to promote these new websites, they want them to succeed. So idealistically, they would make sure that these brand new sites or anything that's just been kicked off right off from the ground up here, they want people to use that website so they make money. So maybe they have some measures that they've implemented to make it to where a brand new site gets a decent amount of advertisements, or it's more easy for people to earn with. So,
well, I know from over on my site, just from my standpoint, I've had a guy this week and he came over and he just started, and in 7 days he earned $5 USD.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. So
that's not too bad.
No, not at all. Anything that's towards around $1 a day, especially. Well, here's the question: was he running a few devices or one or?
One laptop, and he had it on dual screens is what he was running. So not bad at all for earnings.
No, that's not for one device. So, but coming.
No, I was pretty happy, and he does a little bit of surveys as well.
Yeah, the surveys, and I've tried to stress that here in streams, that I feel like it makes a difference here. Like, you will see your earnings will go up, obviously, if you find the right surveys, which is exactly why I try to stress in this stream, like, what's working for you? What is working for other phone farmers? One thing you could shout out your devices, how many devices you have, kind of like your routine if you want to do that. And if you want to, you could showcase your farm here in the stream if you'd like to do that as well.
Here's a few things for people that I'll shout out. Here's a good company, great website, Prize Rebel. Absolutely, you usually go on there. You can usually earn anywhere between $1 to $2 a day just doing surveys, no problem whatsoever. Also, Grind a Buck, very easy website to earn with, and you can easily earn $1 to $2. In 6 days, I earned $10 on there, USD.
So $1 to $2. You said Grind a Buck and Prize. I'm actually starting to like Grind a Buck a little bit more. So I noticed that they have this offer section, which is they have like a fully passive section that they've slapped together. And one thing that I'm working on getting integrated onto my side is definitely going to be Minute Staff. Have you seen that yet?
I have not, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so they in their passive section on Grind a Buck, I really need to do a video about this, and we might actually turn that into a video this week, talking about how Ministaff has it goes to browse different websites, so you earn points that way. And I think they're very particular about how you use it. Like, if you try to abuse it somehow, that will lead to a ban with Ministaff. But supposedly you can earn between $1 to $2 a day with that fully passive scenario. So something to really think about if as far as Grind-a-Buck goes. I need to get that going.
What's up, John Jarrah? I just wanted to throw a shout out to him. He's loving the stream right now.
Yeah, this is a good one, man.
Yeah, everybody out there, thank you so much for stopping in. This is just one of many that are coming, guys.
Yeah, I think so. We'll have a lot going on here in the future. So
100%. And so, like, and another place as well that a lot of people don't mention is ClickSense is a good one for surveys. To go there and do surveys, you can earn like $2 a day, no problem. They throw you 50, 60 surveys a day. I mean, you don't qualify for all of them, but you still qualify for 2 or 3, and you earn pretty quick.
yeah, I would like to think that if you can get $2 a day out of a website to $3, and you do the math on that, and if that's just one website out of your entire routine of things that you do the math for a month of that, 60 to $90 a month,
and stack them back to back websites.
Just add everything. So we have
exactly
entertainment in the stream.
Nice.
Yes. Let's see what he says. What's up, guy? Good to see you. I'm finding s'mores on certain platforms. Cash is popping up, but they only pop up with the platforms I use the most. Interesting. So that's useful information in itself.
I believe that's because it's good. They're dry for ads in that department, and it's because what's happening is there's so many people on those platforms.
Right. So if you think about it like this, maybe overactivity, like maybe
exactly.
I want to get into how these ad providers are dishing out their ads, because if we can learn that information and know that information, then we can figure out exactly how we can work these websites more efficiently to make the most money in that scenario. So
that's very true. I think a lot of it's based on location. I think a lot of it is like, so if you live in a major city, I believe that if they say 50,000 ads are supposed to go out to that city, and only say 100 phone farmers live in that city, and you have 50 of those devices, you could pump ads essentially nonstop. But if you live in a small town and only say 100 ads are released and there's 10 of you doing it, there's only so many ads for you guys to collect. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Here's a question for you. You have a very giant U-Lotto farm. So you have a bit.
Yes.
And you said that you are having issues with, this is one thing do you think we should address this in the stream with what's going on with the U company?
It can hurt. I mean, it can hurt.
All right, so I don't want to get people like scared in any sort of a scenario, but there was some information that was going around about the U-Lotto applications, how they are dropping off Dwala. So I really need to do some more research in that area. I try not to jump the gun with anything that I'm doing here, but if they are losing Dwala, and if you guys remember back in the day, U-Lotto had an issue with PayPal payments, and people were not receiving their PayPal payments. I believe that was because they had so many payments they had to make, and PayPal has like a limit unless you have maybe a business account. That may have been a factor. They were not able to send out so many payments because of so much money. Got that in the Red Bull. But right now, the news is that they are not dishing out payments the way that they should. Like, payments are late. So
there's none, to be honest with you. They're not sending out any payments.
It's kind of wild. I had some late payments here a little while back. It was like 5-6 days before I got a payment from U Rewards, but I've always seen my payments come in within like 2 to 4 days, maybe 5 days at the most, from UTV, U-Lotto, any of those, like the main applications.
Well, they owe me about $60 roughly, and what happened was last Monday night, I just never received another payment. No, they've never sent me an email, nothing, and I've even tried to cash out Amazon and PayPal, and they haven't sent a payment for either one. So it makes me wonder what's going on, because why aren't they even sending out Amazon?
So you tried both scenarios. You tried to get cash.
That's correct.
That's crazy, man. And that's my experience. I always cash out to Amazon. I'm your tech guy. This is why we call it ECashsociety Tech Talks, because I'm a giant fan of and I just take all of this money and I invest it into more tech. So, which, I mean, having the cash has its pluses, but if everybody's having the same issue, that's why it'd be nice if other people would say whether they're getting their payments from U-Lotto, if you just received a payment within the last so many days. That way we know everything is maybe still okay, and to not jump the gun really quickly.
I'll say it here. just for everybody to know, if you don't abuse Perk is absolutely probably one of the best companies out there. I know that it's frustrating, the black screens constantly, but as far as payments go, they are the most consistent, I find. They send the payments when they're supposed to, they do what they're supposed to, and they don't give you a hard time for the most part, other than those black screens.
That's actually so on point. And it reminds me of Earn Honey before we had Ban Honey. Like that scenario that came into play where everybody's getting banned back and forth with Earn Honey. So, and that's the one thing that can be said about Perk. You know, they may have their application issues, and it may be so frustrating to work with their applications. And I'm telling you, this bot is killing me right now. I'm about to switch it off.
And my opinion is, like, Perk is absolutely amazing, but if you try to abuse their system or you try to back around on IPs, they're not going to mess around. They'll just ban you, and that's the end of it. They don't care. They're a gigantic company. They know another person's going to come along and pick up their platform and start using it.
Right.
So, I mean, that's why they throw the ban hammer so easily, because, I mean, they know that there's so many people that will just come along and pick that next application up.
This is what I'd love to see happen. I would love to see a mirror company start up just like Perk. If we could have that happen, and it's okay as long as you're getting paid a decent amount here, right? It's okay that Perk has all of these issues, because at least at the end of that, we still get paid and we still make some okay money in that scenario. So if a company came along and said, all right, let's release like 3 applications all within the same amount of time, you know, just very quickly here, and try to take on Perk here, and at least we would make some more money in that scenario. So that's what I'd love to see happen.
I'll say it right here and right now, Theron, that if my website is profitable, that money is going to be put back into an application in the new year that is going to be associated back to my website. And then if I can, I would make mirror images of applications so that it would be very similar to a Perk setup, and then people could earn unlimited. And then people could earn unlimited points the exact same way. And I mean, then there would be another platform to challenge at least.
Yep. This is what needs to happen, man. Perk has a monopoly. They've had a monopoly for years and years and years, you know. So.
I'm just waiting to see if there's a profit in this, 100%. I want to see from the website side of things, give me 3, 4, 5 months, and I want to see if there's a decent profit. If there is, I will take that money and I will reinvest it right into an application for the website and put that right out for people and try to get that going.
It's all, we've had this discussion before as well, but it's all about this world of advertising. If you can market your website the right way, if you can get it out to the right people, and if it has the things that, you know, really people are going to be interested in. This is killing me right now. I exited this thing and everything. What a bot. It just wants to keep going. It's like, let me pay you. Okay, so... Well, I mean, that's like a whole heaping ton of information all at once, so.
And you know what I'm saying, and like when it comes down to profitability of websites, there's margins in this as well that are just behind the scenes that some people don't necessarily know about. But there's only so much the company pays to us, which then we give to the end user, which then, I mean, like, you then have to give out for, say, a 5% referral rate, and then all these different things that are added in.
Yeah, people, I have no idea. This is the one thing that I've tried to talk about on this channel that's really not being done anywhere else, is to talk about what it's like to have these offer walls, what it's like to have a get paid to website. And you can imagine from my standpoint, whenever I'm like, okay, I start this YouTube channel, and then a couple of guys, I do this video series about, hey, you can have a site like this, and who wants to sit here and run all of these websites when you could just have your own website? And then to see people actually doing that has been one of the most ecstatic experiences. I'm never going to forget this, you know. So, and idealistically, seeing people doing this and knowing that it's working for me, I want it to work out for the people that started their websites, because then it's like everything that I said is true, you know. Like, you can do this, you can make money this way. You don't have to sit here, like, all you have to do is pursue something, you know, and take it as far as you possibly can. And it's worked for me. So it's a question of whether it's going to work for other people as well. But I believe if you do everything that I've done here, and you advertise the right way, and you try to make everything better every single day. I have this thing that I do, man. Every single day I wake up and I try to find at least one productive thing to do throughout each day. I'm not going to go through a day and not do at least one productive thing. So
Exactly. I try to add something to the phone farming community, or do something positive, or bring some kind of positive energy into this community every single day, no matter what, because I feel that there's been a lot of positivity sucked out of it lately.
Yep. This is, you can say this as well. This is where me and you want to put that positivity back into this community.
Exactly.
And take it in a new direction that I feel like it really needs to go in. And God willing, if we could just get a brand new application in the scheme of things,
exactly,
I think it would just set this whole thing back to life. It bring the life back to this world of phone farming that everybody is so interested in, and that's all we need. That's all we need.
If one or two new applications came out, this would blow up again, and people would absolutely think this is amazing, and people would be back up to making $700, $800, $900 a month, and then it would be amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And I totally agree with that. People would be pushing further with the applications that are already out there too. They'd be like, all right, we got new apps. Let's hammer down on the other apps too. So like Perk would have
That's very true.
New people hopping in. They'd have a flood of new people. So there's so many good things that hopefully will happen. That's all we can say there. But I do have somebody here. He's like a regular here. Victor Michelini says hello to Mr. ECash. What's up to you as well, man?
I see Robert Tuttle asking a question about what is the Perk pump and dump. Do you want me to explain that there?
Yeah, go for it.
So what you would do is you'll set up all your Perk phones, and then you'll set up 5 phones on app trailers and 5 phones on app redeem. And say you're watching TV or something in the evening with your spouse, or you're just by yourself. While you're watching TV, you'll set those phones and start clicking as much as you can to get the ads out as fast as humanly possible. Because while you're clicking, it actually is there's a lot more points than what it would be passively.
That is the exact way to go about Perk in the evening time. If you're not one of these guys out there that gets into this world of automation, which works out for some, but usually only for so long does that scenario work out. But the pump and dump scenario is the best way that you can accumulate a lot of points and then just get your points as quickly as possible. But it's like you're going to have to put some time and effort in that scenario. But
the other day, I was averaging between 80 cents to $1.20 an hour doing it.
It's exciting stuff, man.
So it's not bad. I mean, while you're just watching a movie with your girlfriend or something.
I think this stuff is awesome, man. I like every single aspect of we've entered into a digital age where we can use the internet as a form to come up with a really decent amount of money, and then have it be fairly simple. Like, we can sit here and complain about we had to do this and we had to do that and being stuck at our phones, and you've hit on this head, especially whenever I've had some moments where I'm just so fed up, and you've been like, but it's free, man. It's free. It's free.
And the other thing too is, like, at least you're not out pounding nails, carrying shingles, doing something like backbreaking labor, and you're only resetting a phone. You know what I mean? It's not like you're putting your body through the extremes to make that money.
Yeah, you said that, man. Same thing, and I was like, it's really true. At least you're not out here slaving at some fast food joint getting
exactly
fry grease all over your face and heat just boiling from a stove or something. So that's cool.
And it's essentially like having a part-time job. I mean, if say a guy's going to college or university, and I mean you do phone farming, that's essentially your part-time job while you're going to school.
I think that was a donation there. 2 donations. Anyone
nice.
Can do this. I haven't seen none of these past few streams. I'm glad you made it into one, man. That's really cool. I have an important question here.
Pretty cool.
Thank you so much for donating too, man. Thank you very much. Supporting kind of like what we have going on here. This is what I'm looking forward to with you as well, Greg, and why I feel like going live on YouTube. These guys, I think they would love to see you live on your channel. So just Something to think
I
about.
definitely want to bring that. I definitely want to bring that flavor to my channel and deliver for everyone and do some live streams. I'm not a big guy of the camera. I was a little bit camera shy, but I have to get over it.
I get a touch of nervousness. I'm not very nervous in the live streams anymore. Up until like I'm hosting someone into a stream, there is kind of like a touch of nervousness, because everyone is different, and you find some people you really click up with in a live stream, and then some you're just like, man, it's not really working. So far, this is one of my good streams, so I'll say that.
This has been an amazing stream. I really have had a lot of fun. There's a lot of good comments, a lot of good people here, a lot of positive vibes. This is awesome.
It is awesome. Someone asked about the
mining. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. Someone asked about the mining profits here on my site, and you said that you contacted someone, but they didn't answer. Whenever you reach over 700K hashes, Clint Pollard, on my site, you then are dished out 0.7 points. So chances are you're receiving your points right there on the website, and you just haven't noticed that your points have accumulated. So because they dish out in 0.7 increments, you don't see that full point. It's not going to be like, boom, once you pass up 700K hashes, you are receiving your points. And I could verify this in the stream by going over to the postback scenario and showing how people that are using the reward mine, they do receive their points. So
you can check mine if you want, Theron. There was a bunch on my account.
Yeah, there you go. So
I set up 150 phones or 130 phones to mine on his for a day just to see what it would do, and it was pumping along fairly well.
Yeah, it definitely, after so much time, it does. It brings in the points. But it takes it takes so many devices in that scenario. You've got to have a decent amount of devices. So it runs fairly...
Well, I'm going to say it here and now. Like, with Lotto not paying, we're going to find out what some of these cryptocurrency apps will pay, because I'm going to switch my phones off of the Lotto apps and switch them over.
Right. It's going to be a bad day if we lose. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think there's probably something that's going on there, and they've been through so many transitions here recently with the fact that they announced that they switched ad providers. They had new ad providers. Anyone can do this. It's great to see you guys working together. This is a big step here. It really is. In the world of phone farming, this is a giant step.
I believe that there's just a glitch in the payment system with Lotto like there was before, and that it will be worked out. Why would they stop something that is a very profitable company? It doesn't make sense.
Right, and I said this earlier. There goes that donation sound. Why would they go ahead and start shutting down their application after they literally just found new ad providers for their app? It's like it wouldn't make sense for them to give up now that they finally transitioned to a new ad provider and started getting things situated. So
what's paying better, Mingle Cash or Bitcoin?
Bitcoin?
Yeah, I believe the same. I do not, and I have never used Mingle Cash. I opened an account and I never used it.
If you guys see me wiping my forehead in this stream, believe me, I'm still sweating for the Bitcoin, because if it goes up in value, I'm sitting on a decent amount of money if it does go up in value here pretty soon. So, and I've been hodling every single bit of cryptocurrencies that I can. So, taking it all, man, as much as I can get my hands on.
We could say that here too as well, Theron. Earn Honey, when I went to go cash out, they turned around and give me an error message as well on my account, even though I've cashed out so many times before. Now all of a sudden my phone number doesn't work. And it's worked every other time.
Do you think maybe they've decided, like, maybe it's because you're outside of the United States? It's like a Canadian phone number, or...
It says that it shows up as a Canadian phone number and says that it's valid, but when I click it, it gives an error message, and I've tried my phone number and my girlfriend's phone number, and it's the same thing for both of us. So, in my opinion, there's some stuff going on in the background.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of stuff that seems like it's going on in the background, doesn't it?
I just don't understand. How can you get payments from this website every single time like it was clockwork, and then all of a sudden now your phone number doesn't work?
Well, it's like out of nowhere too that we see the perk applications dive like that. We see you is not sending out payments, and It's down all across the board. Engage Me TV and the dreaded captures scenario that's popped up, and now your guys saying Earn Honey is having issues, and I think, what was it he said, at ECashsociety somewhere in here.
I believe that you'll see what will happen, though, as we get closer to Halloween. I think that you'll see some ads pick up. And give it another week, and I bet you'll see a big, big turnaround.
That's what I think so too. I think it's going to be right, maybe towards like mid this month, and we will see Engage Me TV will unlock its earnings, like untighten the noose, so to speak. Hopefully, we'll see the payments start to flood back in from the U apps. There's got to be something that's going on, though. You know, I just wonder what these. It's all at the end of the day. It's the ad providers and what they choose. And I'm so happy to have this channel. All of the phone farming channels that are out there right now, when we talk about these things, if we can hit home with these ad providers, Greg, that's the biggest scenario here. That's, I feel like it's so important that if we can hit home with these ad providers that, hey, we're here, and if you make us suffer too much, people will quit, you know?
Well, I've said this to you before. What happens if we organize and say all of us shut off our phones for one night? And what's that cost to those companies for even one night? That's a huge dent.
Yes, form sort of a union here where we do kind of say, hey, we're not going to sit here and do this anymore if we're not going to be treated the right way. If you're just going to sit here and literally just use us for your own financial gain and us barely make any money out of this scenario, we're done. So I think it's good to say that right here in the stream and to keep saying things just like this, because I think a lot of people would eventually on board. Would you quit if you knew that by quitting, then you would see profits go up even more in the future? That's a big question. It's going on strike. It's having a phone farming strike.
I would shut them down, and I would let them sit there for a while and not allow them to earn. And I would see how they would enjoy that.
Yep, exactly. Give them a full month of not being able to earn anything on some of their best months that they actually make a ton of money. Shut everything off then and be like, nope, I'm not going to take a couple $100 for you to sit here and make so many hundreds of thousands or more.
I think my stream went down. I'm really sorry, Theron.
I believe we just lost you in video, so maybe it'll come back here in a second.
I apologize.
It's all right.
But I just, in my opinion, you imagine if at Christmas time, if 5,000 phone farmers shut off their phones because we're not, exactly. you're only making $400 a month. Well, 2 years ago, at the same time in Christmas time, I was making over $1,000 a month.
Right.
So I mean, what's happened is like you'll see companies, and I don't think where you got points, say in increments, say a point for say 5 videos before. Well, now it's 20 videos, and you get that same 1 point. Well, why is it like that when you're getting paid the same amount of revenue, if not better?
Swagbucks did the same thing. They did the same thing.
They chopped the earnings on the apps.
They're crunching down on people, man. They're crunching down. They want to see how much they can pay us, and still
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, and still make the same amount of money. They want to see how far it will go, what we're willing to sit here and deal with, and I really believe that. How little can we pay people and still make a bunch of money? That's what a business would do. That is exactly what any business, any person that's running an online business would do. How little can I pay a person and still make money?
Yep.
I mean, that's part of, honestly, for a business, it's good business at the end of the day for them, but it's bad business for everybody else. So.
And I just don't think it's what you used to see is Swagbucks used to be, you could run even SBTV all day and it would go into bonus mode and it would sit there and let you accumulate Swagbucks. Now it will hit 4 SB and immediately you have to switch the app and there's almost no bonus modes anymore, which to me, and if you go on their website, I can't even get the video sections to work anymore.
It's ridiculous. So we've got 54 people watching this stream. That ought to tell you just how interested everybody is.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it is really awesome. So 54 people watching. Don't forget to definitely like this video. We're going to have some more interesting things that are coming out in the future. And, of course, the Cashroom is going to be having some really interesting stuff that's coming out in the future. His setup is about to change here as far as adding additional tech. He's working on getting his channel even better every single day. I've seen the work that he's putting in here, and I know how much effort it takes to set up a website like this. So there's some interesting stuff that's still going on in the scheme of things. So
yeah, but you need to give yourself some credit there, And I mean, it might be my website, but you did a lot of the background work there.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I put some work in. There's definitely, I do this daily though, man. This is like my whole life is either streaming, working on either my own website. If I can help somebody out with another website, that's fantastic. And like I said, I'm of a mind to sit here and bring. It's so good that we're doing this, man. It really is, because we can bring this whole community even closer together.
Exactly, and I encourage people. Anybody that's not using my website, I encourage you to go use
and then you cut out. All right, so I think we may have lost him right there. Yeah, we're gonna call him back. But very interesting stream that we're having right here with the Cashroom. So we'll definitely have to do this again in the future. When I told you guys that he does have a lot of really good stuff that's going on here, he has some amazing stuff that's going on.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right. We got you back. So you were like eCash, and then it froze.
I was going to say anybody that's using my platform, and I was going to say if you're not using my website, definitely go over and check out ECashsociety's website. He has HyperMX, Offer Turo, Engage Me. You can mine on his website. Tons of options. I mean, it's one of the better websites out there, in my opinion, for get paid tos.
Yes, and that's my thing. Like, I think that it's going to be one of the best sites here in the future, mainly because I'm going to focus on these passive opportunities. So we're going to go, and I think you probably sat in on a stream and heard some of this information, but we want to do all passive opportunities and then maybe do like the best offer wall scenarios. But when you say hopping back and forth, that would actually be the best case scenario, that people find a few websites, like a handful of websites they really enjoy, and then do just that, hop back and forth between different sites. One goes down in profits, you check out another one, and that is exactly why I'm telling people right here within my stream, if you're having issues with Engage Me TV on my site, maybe we can hop over to the CashroomRewards.com, and it won't be the same scenario for you over there that you're having over at my site. So
I bounce around from about 3 or 4 different websites. So if I'm having a hard time earning on one website, I just go to the next one, and then I'll click there, and then usually I can get videos to fire up, or I'll start surveys, and I can get something to work no matter what. Eventually, if you go from one website to the next, as long as you have a handful, you're good to go.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about things. You don't want to stay specifically stuck on one website in this scenario, because they all behave so differently. I watched a podcast a while back with AdSend Media. You guys probably know what podcast I'm talking about. That was over at Twitch. They had the Beer Money podcast. And AdSend Media was talking about they have literally lost. He said one thing specifically that stuck out to me. It was something along the lines of, we have literally, AdSend Media itself has become its own sort of platform that functions in its own specific way. He was hinting at the fact that he's kind of lost track of how it does some of the things that it does. If that makes any sort of sense. So it behaves.
I understand.
It behaves in its own little ways with the algorithm that they have set up within AdSend Media. So.
Yep, I can believe that.
Yeah, and I think it is
just
like that.
Just like YouTube has its own algorithm.
Yep. So, of course, somebody at the end of the day built these scenarios, though, so they have an idea for what's really going on. There's definitely a reason that there's 40 million captchas popping up on people, so. But comment-wise, I do want to kind of...
Shout out to B-Boy Tech.
Yeah.
He helped me a lot with the website as well, Offer Turo.
Yep, I have to say that as well. B-Boy Tech, he helped out with Offer Turo on my website as well. He is pretty talented. And to be the age that he is and be as talented as he is, and he's in college right now as well, so, but a really cool guy.
Super smart kid.
Yep. So,
I saw somebody up there was saying that they were making $1,500 a month off of Perk. That's a lot. Wow.
Clay Eater, you said you were using also Rewards Reader, about 10 points a minute per phone. Man, look at get the sword out. There it goes.
Wow.
Man. Oh,
wow.
Man.
That's so nice of people to donate. That's so kind of them.
It's really cool, man. Like people have been
really
awesome.
nice.
It's been. I would not keep going if it wasn't for this community, Greg. Let me tell you flat out, man. Because from the depth of my
they're so kind, to be honest with you. They're one of the when I wake up, I check right away. I check my community, and it's usually great positive vibes, and it makes me feel really well.
Yep. So you guys have. This keeps me going as well. Just you being in this stream with me right now, man, keeps me going on this stuff. Because I've had some moments here where I'm just like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, and I just want this stuff to just work out. You know, continue to work out. And I don't know. You were saying earlier, sometimes I need to give myself some credit as well, but I'm kind of tough on myself with this world of phone farming sometimes.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Victor Michelini, for your donation. Thank you quite a bit. It's been like this lately. Within the last week and a half, I've been stressed out with YouTube. So
it's hard sometimes to constantly come up with new content and fresh stuff that people haven't seen, and you want to deliver good reviews, and you want to deliver the best that people, just content that people haven't even ever seen before, and just catch the world by storm is how I want to do it.
Yep. That's
and I want. Go ahead, sorry, Theron.
Oh, that's cool. I feel like there's this area that you have to break through on YouTube. You know, you have, once you make it, like the goal overall is to get past 50,000 subs. If we do that, and we take this far enough here, if we can get past 50,000 subscribers, that's the downhill slope to 100K. You know, 100K is like, you've done it. You've done it on YouTube if you're at 100,000 subscribers. Of course, you can go further than that, but once you've made it to 100,000 subs, it's just like you're on the map. Like they award you the silver play button. So that's the struggle here. So we're one fifth of the way to our halfway goal, almost. Not even. Like,
hey, you're up there, man. You're almost at 10,000. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment itself. I mean, that's a year of hard work right there.
Oh, it's definitely been hard work. But to stay on topic though, it does. You guys have made this all worth it. So very much.
1,500 a month with Perk. Wow, that's amazing.
I imagine here in the future, Greg, it'll be a year from now, you'll be getting into a decent area with your website. This is what I want to see happen. This is what I want to see in 1 year. I want to see the CashroomRewards.com becomes a website that is commonplace. And then as well as the other guys out here, I think the Tech Hustler, he is setting up his website. I want to see you guys succeed.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I just really want to stress that. You guys succeed 1 year from now. You're making money out of this scenario. You're reaching a return of investment for what you invested for these websites. Got another donation.
Yeah, birthday shout out. Anyone can do this.
That's so cool.
Thank you so much again.
So yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see you live on YouTube, man. Live on YouTube doing the same thing, talking to people, showing people ways to make money, showing off your freaking sweet setup that you're going to have here, because I know it's coming. It's only going to be so many months. Your setup will be looking amazing. Just all sorts of cool stuff, man. And then we'll still be doing the same thing. We could visit this stream a year from now and be like how we transition from this to this scenario in a year, you know?
I think people are going to be blown away, and even in a month, to be honest with you, Theron. That's my goal. I want to take people by storm, and with my website, I want it so that when in a year from now, it is the mainstream Get Paid To website, the main one that's out there with yours right alongside of it.
Yep. I would like to see that as well, man. I really would. You know,
We're phone farmers. We know exactly what people are looking for the most part.
Absolutely.
In comparison to the people, in comparison to these websites, they don't necessarily know what the end user is always looking for. So we know exactly what people are looking for, so we can target that all the time, and it's great. I mean, it makes it easier for people to earn.
You have to wonder as well how many of these Get Paid To websites, how many of them actually collaborate with one another. You know, like, and I think it could only be a good thing for us to, well, for you to be friends and me to be friends with you as well whenever it comes to this Get Paid To website scenario. So we can say, hey, well, this is going on right now. Heads up, this is what's happening with this offer wall system. Oh, hey, there's a new offer wall system, or we could have this on our websites. This is what's good. This is what we should do. We're going to learn and we're going to benefit in the long run from that scenario. So.
Well, I can say here, big shout out to Prize Rebel. I mean, they contact me and they send me personal emails now, so that's a huge reach out right there. I mean, that it makes it easier for us to get a hold of another Get Paid To website to even just find out information or pass along information. So that's kind of awesome too.
Yeah, it is awesome. I've spoke with the developer of Earnably on one occasion. It would be fairly easy to get back in touch with him. So, and I feel like this should happen. Look at these donations just flowing.
I know. This is a crazy stream today.
It really is. Someone wanted a birthday shout out. Anyone could do this. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah. What do we see here? Someone says, so Joe from the Tech Slugs was lying then. Making $1,500 a month with perk. Well, we'll avoid it. We want to keep this stream positive, but there's a lot I could say on that topic, and I think you guys have probably heard me say that enough at this point with how I feel about that scenario. Watching the stream,
I've personally never made $1,800 a month, but
yeah, my mining profits alongside my phone farming profits and other online business that I've done, I've seen around that amount. But
yeah, that's different.
Because think about that 20 some odd dollars a day towards the end of last year is what mining profits were at with the setup that that was here. So it was at easily over 20 bucks a day. And you add that alongside phone farming, which is really decent at that point in time. So profits
earlier when I had 23 cards, even on my worst month, when I was mining, I was getting, even on my worst month, over $1,000.
Yep. So that would be the way.
So and that was just from mining.
But just phone farming alone.
I've never broke more than $1,200 in phone farming alone.
Right.
In a month.
The peak for me has been right around that same amount. I never made more than, right around like 1,000, 1,100. I think somewhere around that same amount. So. Question, but also at that point in time, like I said, I do want to say this though. I know that there were certain things that people were doing back then, like checkpoints. There was like a way that you could run checkpoints to where you could get a ton of money out of it. I think it's part of the reason that the app died, but people were abusing checkpoints. So
you could have up to 3 accounts in one host.
Yeah, right. And then there was another thing that you could do as far as running the app. I forget specifically what someone mentioned, but they were able to get the profits. There was a way to skip past certain things and get more advertisements to float in more quickly. And by skipping
So what you could do, Theron, is with checkpoints is when you had phones there, when it would play the advertisement, when it went into the actual video that you had to watch, you could then click right to about 2 seconds to the end of the video, and it would automatically credit you anyway.
Right.
So basically, you were getting a point every 2 or 3 seconds, as long as the advertisement would play.
So that was it then. So people would see just like a massive amount of profits in that scenario. And of course, that's probably part of what led to checkpoints just shutting down entirely. So it needs to be said at least that maybe in that scenario with people doing different things with these apps, abusing them, maybe that's how they were seeing that $1,500, $1,800 a month. But then it has these adverse effects of it could shut down an application, it could get screwed over, and then nobody makes any money. So,
and I see it all the time where you see somebody who will get banned, and then they've done something to get banned, but yet they'll complain that, oh, well, the terms of service, blah, blah, blah. But if you read the terms of service, it will say, don't do this, don't do that. And if you stay inside of that, they'll pay you.
right.
So I don't understand why people do it.
Maybe they get to this point to where they're just so fed up. They're not making enough
Yeah,
money.
that's true.
But James Darwin right here says, can we get Joe on the stream someday so we can ask him? James Darwin, let me go ahead and let you know, man. I have tried with Mr. Joe from the Tech Slugs to get him into a stream. We're now reaching towards 10,000 subscribers. You would think at some point when maybe we're headed towards, like, I believe he's at 38,000 subs on YouTube is what the Tech Slugs is at, right? So maybe when we're at like 20,000 subs and we're about halfway up to where he's at, then he'll look at ECashsociety and say, well, maybe this guy's not a joke here. Maybe he's doing, I don't know how he perceives this channel or if he doesn't care, but the way I look at it is I'm 10,000 subscribers in almost here, getting tons of decent attention, amazing stuff going on, and if you can't get somebody's attention after doing all of these things, collaborating with so many different people, it's not a question of whether, we'll just say that there's something wrong with that guy. I don't know any other way to put it. There's something
I'll just say it here and now. You can't force somebody to do something that they don't want to do.
Absolutely. So there is that to be said. If Joe doesn't want to collaborate, he doesn't. Can't understand what the reasoning is behind it, but that's up to him. So
I mean, you can only get the guys in the streams that want to be here, and the guys that don't want to be here, you'll see.
Yep.
And it's as simple as that.
Yep. So we'll just keep growing here. That's what we'll do. Just keep going.
That's what this community is all about, is that we're here to bring positivity. We're going to help you guys make as much money as humanly possible. We're going to give you guys the most up-to-date information as fast as humanly possible, and we're going to try to make our websites as profitable as much as we can for you guys.
Oh, man. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's hot in here because of these mining rigs. Well, my desk.
I could imagine.
It's like this every time I sit here and close the door. Sometimes I'm able to conveniently like record and keep my door open and things like that, but it is
maybe get a big industrial fan is what I might recommend. I used to use them on my mining rigs as well.
Well, what's happening here in like the next so many days is I'm taking this desktop that's right next to my laptop here, the iBuyPower Snowblind is, and I showed you the desk that's in there, that autonomous desk earlier today. That's going.
That is unreal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're gonna see that in videos.
Did you show people yet? Have you shown people that yet there?
I've already put together the thumbnail for, I'm doing a tech walkthrough for everything that I picked up. Of course, everybody's seen this monitor, but we haven't really talked about it much. So what we're going to do is a tech walkthrough of everything that I recently picked up. And yeah, we'll be showcasing the autonomous desk in that video.
Man.
I've already got the thumbnail set up for that tech walkthrough, so that's going to be awesome. But
that is an item to pick up, I'll tell you right now.
That's a cool desk, man. It really is.
Man, I've never seen one like it before, where you can push a button and it will just come up like that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
What I'll be doing is live streaming from that location occasionally. Like, you'll see me live streaming from right there, so I won't even have to stream. And it's like, I'll be doing so many different things here. If I get a free product from Phone Farming, I got that desk so then I could showcase it and have everything laid out more simple. Lots of space to be able to view the product. So that's for our product reviews. But you guys doing strong lifts, 5x5, PTA, and senior weightlifting trainer here. Joseph Dykes, I'm as nerdy as it gets. So like, when I was younger, I did lift weights for a while, but I work on so many different things here, like I don't have time to even focus on. So I'm lucky if I'm able to sit here and eat some freaking Cheetos at the end of the day. That's pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so it's Cheetos.
Who's waiting to fire up mining equipment once it gets cold again? I put them down in my basement during the winter.
Down in the basement during the winter.
Yeah, I definitely do to heat my basement, and then I don't have to use the furnace as much.
I got you. Of course, the heat rises in that scenario. So, but yeah, I'm
And then you
looking
can
forward to
turn,
getting
and
this
then
desktop out, man. It's got to go.
it makes a difference of about 3 degrees in my house overall in ambient temperature.
Right. That's another thing. We do have the winter that's coming up, so pretty soon these are going to come in handy. It's not going to be the scenario to where it's extra heat, even with the air
Yep.
on. It'll be like we need this heat, so it's going to help out. So.
And next summer, unless it's highly profitable, I might just even shut mine down and let them sit for the summer, to be honest with you. If Bitcoin comes down and it's sitting low during the summer, I'm not going to pay for an air conditioner and all this stuff to go in my house unless I have a ton of cards or something going.
Right. I can't.
I'm going to get another one out in my living room. I'm going to have a multimedia computer out in my living room next to my phone farm so I can showcase that off as well.
All right, because you have like the dual. You should showcase your farm for sure, man. Let everybody, if you can, showcase your farm here. And
the wife's out there, so I'm trying to stay away from. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I definitely will next time. I'm going to set one of the multimedia computers up in the living room soon,
right.
And then I'm going to stream right from there all the time as well, so that everybody can see what's going on. And I got other tech coming in. I got another like 30 phones arriving this week, an 80-port charger. I got 3 10-port chargers, a ton of tech.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that'll give everyone something to look forward to. We can do the next live stream that we decide to do. We'll showcase your farm live and things like that.
Sounds great.
That is a really good idea, isn't it? Just show off all your new tech and everything like that. So
I was going to do some unboxing videos for people and stuff like that. So just unboxing therapy.
Okay, so quickly mention giveaways that you have going on right now. I believe you have an active giveaway that's taking place now as well.
Yeah, we got a Halloween giveaway going on for everybody. It's a 10-phone giveaway, and second prize is $25 USD PayPal. Third prize is a bunch of Canadian Halloween candy. So we got that. All you have to do is go to my website and register, come to the Cashroom group or ECashsociety, post pictures of your phone farm, and your name is automatically entered. You can go to my group or ECashsociety, comment anywhere, and your name is entered unlimited amount of times.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So
and that will be drawn.
Giveaways as well. You've had like so many different phone giveaways that how many giveaways have you done so far?
I've probably done somewhere around 10 giveaways.
10 different giveaways. It's crazy, man.
I really want to push back into the community what I've taken from the community so that everybody can get the love back from what I feel so about 2 years ago I wasn't making very much money, and then I stumbled across phone farming, and it actually helped me pay some bills that I was struggling to pay, and then I came into some money and I started to do really well. And now that I have the extra money, I do it more as a hobby, and then I do take the money kind of and I give it back as giveaways almost.
Man, that's really cool. I've seen so many scenarios just like that. Speaking on that topic, we were doing some live giveaways here on the channel, and things just got nuts here for a second over here. They really did get nuts whenever I got everything that I got, but I need to do a giveaway. If you guys have recommendations for a giveaway, let me know in the stream, and I'll see if I can put something together this month for an active giveaway as well, and we'll make that a reality as well. So
I'll say it right here and right now that I'll put up at least 2 phones for a giveaway for ECashsociety.
Oh, that's cool, man. I tell you what.
So whatever you create, you can tag at least 2 phones into it from the Cashroom as well.
Well, we'll say this as well. Whatever, like your giveaway that you currently have, I will toss in a free shirt, ECashsociety shirt, with that as well. So
there we go.
We'll have that ordered from Amazon and shipped directly to you wherever you're at. So we can toss that on yours, and we'll just make this.
Yep, there we go.
Man. No reason to.
We're gonna blow these up. We're gonna blow these up and really try to make these something special for people.
Hashtag make phone farming great again.
That's right. That's right. And I'm trying to bring in some merchandise like coffee cups, mouse pads, phone cases, T-shirts. And to be honest with you, I don't even want to make it so that you have to either exchange points or anything. I'm going to try to use my merchandise as giveaway stuff so that people want to wear my stuff and rep my brand for me.
There you go. There you go. Hashtag Donald Trump's smartphone. 2019. for president.
With it will have a hairpiece on the back.
Yes, that's it. Oh man.
I'm really excited. I see 3D printer. I'm so excited to get one and just absolutely have that thing going 24 hours a day.
Oh man, it has been an experience to see the amount of, like, it blew my mind once I finally found a few websites that actually had these 3D blueprints, and then seeing the variety of things that you can print off. It's literally just like an endless world of, for a guy like me that likes having products from Amazon, from looking at different products, and though it's not like you can't just print off a freaking a computer over here or things, but any sort of thing that is like an accessory, it is like an accessory king. If you needed a phone case, if you needed a smartphone stand, if you needed
a remote stand for all your phones sitting out in the living room,
all just like that, it's insane. It's insane.
I got all kinds of little ideas that I'm going to make my printer go nonstop. I'm not even going to give it a break for the first month, I don't think, at all.
Yeah, just keep it going. It takes a while to print these things as well. I think it took me right around like almost a full day to 3D print and it only held like, I think it holds like 8 games, but Xbox One game case. So I've got them all. And it's really cool.
Nice.
They actually sit out kind of sideways in the case, so like you can just grab a game, like pull one out very quickly and just put it right back in place. So it's very cool.
I'm so excited. And you know, one of my buddies, he's got 3 3D printers, and he's turned it into a business. He just prints all day for people.
Yep. I also noticed somebody showed me here on one of the streams, there's a website that you can go to and you can 3D print different things for paraplegics. And you could donate those things for paraplegics. You could just keep printing these. So if anybody's lost a limb, if they've lost a finger, there's different things you can print off and donate. So I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing.
Wow, that is really amazing, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff.
And what I was going to say, I had a guy recently, he bought a Google Home Mini from me, and he was donating it to a woman that was blind.
Right.
So that she could speak to it and stuff like that, yeah.
Yep.
I was blown away.
Some people are just cool, you know?
I thought it was really a cool idea.
I think we got a lot of good people that are right here that come into my stream that I have here. I really believe that. There's some of the
You got a great community.
I'm lucky, man. Very lucky to have some of these guys out here. I really am.
You got a really good community out here, and I mean, you have a great following, and you have every single day that you log on, you have 65, 70 people with you, and it's a great thing, man.
I think it's gonna get even better. I really believe that. We're gonna see more people collaborate just like right here, and you know, the only thing we need in this big scheme of things, and I said it earlier, is if we could just either A, see profits get a little bit better here, or B, see some new apps pop up on the scene that offer at least semi-passive. If it's okay if they're not fully passive, but give us some semi-passive applications at least out here.
Yep. I do think that it's going to eventually come out, though. I think in the new year, you'll definitely see at least 1 or 2 new applications that will hit the scene, and they'll be very profitable, in my opinion.
Yep. That's exactly how I feel. We will see more applications in the future. So there's a future for these channels. So these guys like you're starting your channel. There's always going to be new apps that pop up. They may not be passive applications, but there's always going to be new paying applications. Just think about how many pop up.
A lot of guys will ask, is phone farming dying? Well, that's just like asking, is technology going to die? As far as technology, it's only going to grow. And with technology, what happens? You make more money with technology growing.
Yep.
So, and it doesn't make sense for them to remove these applications when they're getting some views, obviously. They believe that, or they wouldn't put the money in this to push it out.
Oh, nice. I thought they were done.
Wow.
That's
Thank you again so much. That's a big donation.
What was this one? I didn't even see. I think a phone fell off the whiteboard as the donation rolled through. That's crazy.
That's karma.
The donation knocked the phone off the whiteboard.
That's a big one. Thank you.
I think
Wow.
I'm gonna have to come over to the stream because I can't see it in the restream chat that I have going here. This thing just acts so weird, but I'm definitely gonna come and visit the stream on YouTube here. See what the donation. I haven't even seen it yet. So whoa, okay. So Shankar donated once again. He was in our stream yesterday where we had some gameplay that was going on. Thank you so much, man. Thank you very much for the donation.
Yep, very nice.
Yeah.
So I think that it will take back off. It's just a matter of time, and it's a matter of these new companies trying to find the right ad provider to deliver it.
Right. I think it's like, well, I emailed this guy that talked to me recently about an app he's trying to launch. I emailed him back to kind of check and see where things were at with his app. He was talking about an app he wanted to launch that was called Adventures. And he still hasn't reached out to me once again. So, but he was saying that his app was going to launch within the next maybe month and a half. It might be 2 months. And that's been about 3 weeks ago that he emailed me. So I think hopefully we'll hear something about that app soon, because he was talking.
I think it's just about finding the right ad providers, to be honest with you. I really believe that. I think that what happens is the new companies come out and they'll take the first ad provider that will give them ads, and then there's all these limitations. Well, you can only do this in non-passive way. You can only do this. You can only do that. We'll only pay you on these terms. And I think that it doesn't work out because these guys just want to jump into it without doing their research.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I hardcore agree with that. And that is exactly why, now that you mention that, here very soon I'm going to be doing a video, two videos here. I'm going to split it up. It's going to be offer walls. So, like, you're having plans to integrate more offer walls onto your website. I still have plans to integrate additional offer walls on my website. So I'm going to take so much time here to research every single offer wall system that actually makes sense. Some of these systems are not even called offer walls. HyperMX is not an offer wall at all because there's not offers. It's only one offer that's on there. So there's different titles for these as well. So I want to try and get better information for all of these offer systems that you could have on your website, right? And then do the same thing with applications. Who are the ad providers for applications, and track these suckers down? We're going to get these guys out of the woodworks. We're going to shed the light on who all's out there in the scheme of things in this world of ad providers, and we're going to slap it right smack dead on this channel for everybody to check out and see what they're all about, and try and bring more information for what this stuff is really all about, to benefit guys like me and you who have these websites, and we want
and the end user.
Better. Yes,
and the end user,
and
right?
The end user. That's another point as well, and the end user as well.
The better information we can find out about the ad providers and how to work with their limitations and to deliver these ads as best as humanly possible, even on a semi or passive way that we can, and get those integrated into our websites with an application, then it will become our applications that will be profitable for people.
That video that I'm doing for each one of those, the website version and the application version, is going to have it all. It's going to have links to each one of those systems. It's going to have small bits of information for what each offer system, like ad provider, what they are about, and kind of just little bits of that will all be down in the description below those links as well, so you could click any one of them. It's going to be a reference to not only guys like you, but for me as well. It's going to be a reference for me, and like, okay, who would I want to integrate on my website next? I'll just go check out my own video. Go check out my own video about this stuff.
And you know me, I'm out there, I'm just trying to find information on like survey providers, anything I can, just to try and get the best surveys on there so that it stops wasting people's time of going through these surveys. Everybody knows this, including the end user, like even the guys in these chats. We'll spend 20 minutes on a survey to answer 50, 60, 70 questions, and then you get nothing. And they say you don't qualify. And then why is that? You answered 60, 70 questions, and that's not why, because I didn't answer the final question. I don't get rewarded.
That's fair either. I really, that is one thing that because they are collecting data from us.
100%.
Oh yes, they are getting a ton of data from people that, and nobody gets any monetary incentive to do those things.
So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to collect.
That's why we should do it. This is so fantastic, and this is exactly why we should blow those guys, just like you're saying, straight up out the water. Don't use it. Do not use this. Don't use that that offer system in this way. Don't do this. This is what we should do. It's what we should do.
Because it's a waste of your time.
Absolutely. When people need to know which ones are
and point out the ones that are legit and get them going and say to people, that's what I'm trying to do is like I'm going to every website and I'm trying to find the legitimate surveys that are, you can go back to back to back and make money from doing these consistently, and then you get paid, not where you answer a bunch of questions and then get robbed at the end of it. And then because you didn't answer one final question of, is this survey blah, 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 yes or no, and you answered the wrong way, and then all of a sudden all your answers are wiped out with no reward.
It gets me pumped, man, because I know how beneficial this could be to people out there, including myself. It's going to be beneficial to myself. So the more information we get out here, the better off we all are.
And you know me, I've gone around and I'm collecting data on surveys like crazy, trying to figure this out.
Exactly why I asked you. I was like, what would you say that people should be doing as far as surveys in the stream? You know, help these guys out so they aren't wasting their time. That's the whole point of channels like this, you know. So
there's definitely certain ones that I don't even bother wasting my time with.
Yeah. It's
just another waste of time. You will answer it every single time, and no matter what, you will be disqualified. I just don't even see.
And it's taking and not giving. So.
Yep.
But.
And you'll sit there and waste 20 minutes of your time, and you should be rewarded for something.
For 20 minutes, you think about an hour's worth of pay at most jobs. God, that's a couple bucks, you know. That's what I'm saying. You'd be making like $1 or $2 for your time, and that's at least $1 in that scenario. So
that's what I'm saying is maybe instead of paying for the whole survey, maybe they start paying per question.
Right.
Maybe that's something that needs to be said to the survey providers.
Yeah, we just need to quit. Figure out who's who. Bust them out in the open for who's who. And here's the thing as well. This is what we all have to worry about as being YouTubers. We can talk about these websites, and a great example was a YouTuber that was here that had a lot of his videos were pulled. Why do you think they were pulled?
Yep.
It was either money that people were making. It shared some useful information for how much money.
I'll say it if you want, Theron. The company went and complained. The company went and complained against his live streams and his videos, and they removed it.
Yeah, and I'll say this as well. I had a video that was on Grab Points. They recently, Grab Points contacted YouTube and had my video taken down, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like I'm promoting your website. I'm saying that this is good, and this is how people can earn with it, and this is what you want to do. Sign up to Grab Points." I did nothing but promote their did not tell anybody to scam, do this, do that, do anything messed up on their website. All I said was use the website. This is a good way to earn with it on this system. And they contacted YouTube to take it down. I'm just like, for what reason? I've done nothing but try and help you. Like I didn't.
And that's the exact same thing that happened to the other YouTuber. He had about 10 videos removed like that.
Yep. So it just recently happened to me too, and it's lucky me that it was only Grab Points in the scheme of things. You know, it was only Grab Points, but a person could be really ornery here if they wanted to. You could always set up a new YouTube channel, like and I'm a very kind of like I'm like an eye for an eye kind of person, you know. A part of me wants to do another Grab Points review and be like, you know what? Here's the pluses of Grab Points, and do the same thing again. Not say, hey, beat up this application this way and use this to anything like that. Be positive and just kind of smear it right back in their face, because I could always upload another video, but I mean, it's best to leave a sleeping dragon where it's playing at. So
I don't even bother with them, to be honest with you. It's a website I used to dabble with all the time, and then they started to make it a little bit more harder for the end user to earn, so I just dropped them, to be honest with you.
These companies are only hurting themselves in that scenario. People are not stupid. You might have somebody that does a survey quickly, like, you know, tries it out, but if they don't get money in that scenario, people are going to give up quicker than anything. And maybe you're making a little bit of money in that scenario, but at the end of the day, when people are just like, hey, screw that crap, like inbox dollars. Like, why do you think that inbox dollars finally was like, hey, maybe we should integrate a passive videos scenario here. Maybe we should get some passive videos going on inbox dollars. That's what everybody's talking about, passive videos. And then they do that, but still, when your program just is not paying very well, no one's going to care. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
People go where the money's at, you know?
Exactly.
James Darwin says, inbox dollar surveys work pretty well for me. This is one of those websites that some people have a varying kind of experience with. I have not used it very recently. I checked out their video section to see what it was like. I'm sure I could do a video about inbox dollars right now and get 1,000 views out of that on YouTube and just be fishing for views. It would be more profitable for me to do a video about inbox dollars and say, hey, here's the video section. Check it out. This is good, than it would be to, be very honest and be like, I don't think that it's one of the best websites out there. That's me being honest.
Yep. It's another thing that I stopped using as well.
I don't know. I do know
they paid me one time and then banned my cash outs after that for no reason.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of those sites I'm just like, But this is what I want my channel to be like. We should be putting the truth out there, and the truth should be out there for what these websites and apps are like.
People shouldn't have to waste their time, man. And people shouldn't have to waste their time for hours upon hours to search for this information and then to go through these surveys and do all this stuff to give back to these companies that then abuse it and then take all their information and pay them nothing.
Yep. I have like one of the kiddos is about to be here and like...
I got to run too, to be honest with you.
So we're right there in the same area. I could probably sit here for hours. And this is the discussion that I was kind of looking forward to, is kind of breaking down. You see how much like us being in the stream together actually put some decent ideas out there. It gets people thinking and working towards something constructive. We've got constructive things going on. And when you see that, that's when you know that something good is coming in the future. I believe that anyway. So
I believe that as well, and I look forward to doing many more live streams with you.
Yeah, this has been awesome. It truly has. It's been great.
Okay, I hope you have a great day. Okay, Theron?
Yeah, you have a great one too. Thanks for joining us.
All right, see you guys. See you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, so very cool. Very cool. So I'll take a moment here to maybe address any sort of quick questions that we got here. I am pretty strapped for time. And then we'll pretty much close out the stream. I'll end everything with check out the CashroomRewards.com down in the description below, as well as check out the Cashroom on YouTube. Very useful information that's coming out of the Cashroom YouTube channel, as well as some interesting stuff that he's got going on that's going to be coming in the future with his channel. Some very, very cool stuff along the way that he's doing. You're going to see a ton more videos out of Greg here over at the Cashroom. So that's some incentive to check out what he's got going on. Some guys, they have like, I guess you would say they have the means to invest in doing things with either YouTube or like the website scenario. I know that amazing things are coming out of that direction. So, and I'll stress that. Yeah, this has been a very awesome stream. If that's it though, I think that'll pretty much be it. That'll be where we close it out here. Guys, you've got a video coming. Tomorrow is the goal. I will have a video up on the channel tomorrow. That's a done deal. We're going to get a video up tomorrow. And I think our next stream will be, of course, Phone Farming Fridays. I do want to do another gaming stream. I'm not giving up on that. We're still going to be doing some gameplay. Probably this weekend is whenever you'll see a gaming stream. So, like I said, we're picking up the pace here with ECashsociety Tech Talks. Lots of stuff still along the way. And it just keeps getting better over here. But I think that's it, though. So, yeah, guys, I'll see you I'll see you tomorrow for an upload.